All right, hey everybody, this is Rell Cummings. This is season 2, episode 23 of the Always Relevant podcast. As always, I have my co-host Dane here with us. Dane, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much, but looking forward to today's topic. We're going to give you all the real on Disney.
That's right, because I'm looking for the real information on Disney. My family and I, we're going there in 2 weeks. We're there at the end of March for spring break, and I've been there since I was a kid. Don't know what's going on. Don't know what I should do as an adult. Dane's going to give us a lowdown. He's going to give us what the do's and don'ts for adults do when they're at Disney. He's ready in his Mickey Mouse shirt. He has a Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney hat on. He's prepared.
Hey, you know why Mickey's smiling?
What's that?
That's all that money he's about to take from you, and we're going to get into that. That's why he's smiling.
That's right, probably true. Hey, he didn't have to mess with his money. His money is, his pockets are deep. His money is thick. He has nothing to worry about. He's going to be around for a minute.
If anybody wonders why the mouse is smiling, that's why, because all the money he's taking from everybody.
True. So true. So, all right. So once we get there, we're going to go ahead and start off. But before we get into everything, we're going to do how are you? How are you really? With me right now, as always, I'm all right. I'm doing okay. Hanging out, having a good time. How am I really? I'm good. Celebrating my son's birthday on Sunday. He turned 1, the Notorious 1. So it was a Notorious B.I.G. themed party. So he had good outfits. He had good cake to eat and lots of good, good music. Everybody hanging out, having a good time. So we had fun with that. So that was a lot of fun. Go see family and friends a little bit, hang out a little bit at the house. So we had fun doing that. And then, NCAA tournament's coming this coming week. So I'm pretty excited about that. I know you're not big in NCAA basketball, but I am taking Thursday and Friday off work for the tournament. So that's going to be fun. And the weather got super cold for a second. It snowed on Friday. It was like 22 degrees on Saturday, but today it's warming up. It feels like it's about mid 50s or whatever. And it's supposed to be like 70 for St. Patty's Day on Thursday. So I'm cool with that. I'm down with that. And overall, I'm in a good mood. Dane, how are you? How are you really?
Well, I'm sad because I don't think enough people got the message that we should have this whole week off for St. Patrick's Day.
No,
I'm going to have to work this week. We shouldn't have to. We discussed the many reasons why. But if you really want to know, go back and listen to the episode, but it makes me sad. I got to work. I have to work on St. Patty's Day, which is Thursday. It's going to be nice out. And I think the whole nation should be off for this day.
100%.
Chicago's got the river turned green and ready to go. The party's about to start for all people who don't have to work. So congratulations if you don't. How am I really? I'm doing all right. Brown's making some moves. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Cavs in free fall. The injury bug's just too much to overcome.
It's tough.
And the Blue Jackets are playing good, but it's a little too late. Missing Lene for too much of the season. Not
pay
good.
The man. Pay the man. But it's been watchable. So I give them credit to that. Last year, neither team was watchable. They're turning the corner. I'm excited for the future. Yeah. No, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. I haven't really tuned into hockey as much as I should, but I probably will this coming, for the rest of this season and probably a little more next season, get back in the groove of things as far as that. So looking forward to it. Hopefully Lene can get signed, lift the spirits of the team and get them going in the right direction. So.
Yeah, can you imagine how much the NHL hates Toronto and Buffalo that they made them play outside in Hamilton, Ontario Saturday?
Yeah,
that's just wrong.
How cold was that?
Sunday yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do like watching those outdoor games, though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Out there in the traditional hockey sweaters and everything. They might be out there in sub-0 degree weather, but still good times.
Yeah, congratulations to Buffalo for ruining Canadians' Day. I appreciate that.
All right, really, on that note, we're going to go to mix it up with Lee. Lee sent us a cocktail recipe for a drink called the Irish Maid. So 2 ounces of Irish whiskey, preferably Bushmills, 0.5 ounces of St. Germain liqueur, 0.75 ounces of lemon juice, 0.75 ounces of simple syrup, 3 cucumber slices. You add all the ingredients together in a shaker. You hard shake to break up the cucumbers. You fine strain it over new ice in a rocks glass. Then you garnish with a fresh cucumber and a mint. Drink up and enjoy. So that's good. Irish Maid, good drink to think of for St. Patty's Day. I might try to go to a place and have someone make it for me, see what it tastes like. I'll put it on social media so I can see if I can give a review and make sure that Lee knows what he's talking about as far as the taste of these drinks. So,
man, we're getting civilized. That's a long way from the barbaric pickleback and the and
I mean,
Irish car bomb.
Yeah, we're still gonna have the car bombs and everything like that. And pickleback, I'm not a fan of pickleback, but it's St. Patty's Day, so we might go ahead and take care of it while we're sitting there watching the games and everything. But we'll see what's good. We have come a long way. We're all civilized. We drink our drinks pinkies out sometimes, and go that route. So that's how it is. But bonus segment, restaurant of the week. Dane, do any restaurants this week that were good and up to your standards?
You know what? I had a good experience at Red Robin. There's a lot of haters out there that hate the Red Robin. I probably haven't been to it in years. So I got on my little Grubhub app because I didn't feel like going anywhere. And I actually went and picked it up because it was right down the road.
Right.
And man, it was good. I got the jalapeno type burger. They put a massive jalapeno on top of the bun, which I thought was a little weird, but it was good. Fries were good. Go Red Robin. I recommend it. I don't recommend much. It was good. Hey, it was ready to quit, man. Really? I put in an order and that was ready when I got there. I put the order in. I left my house. I got on the highway, one exit down, got it, man. Quick, good. I'm impressed.
Nice. No, I have to go back. I haven't been there in years. There's one not too far from my house. So I was always kind of forget about it for a little bit, Oh yeah, the Red Robin is there, and it actually is pretty decent when it comes to food. So, yeah, I have to go out there and give it a try again. I forget what burger I used to always get, but I'll have to go check it out and see what's good there.
One of the things I do, because I always forget places, I just get the Grubhub app and I'll just scroll through it. You know what I mean? Like, right. I forgot about that place. And, give it a try, see if they're, up to our standards, because we're out to save the service industry. And
we are.
Maybe we're starting to turn a corner, but I doubt it. Someone will screw up again. But
Now I will say the restaurant I went to this week, yesterday, Elena and I, we went to a place in Cincinnati called The Precinct. So it's one of those restaurants that are owned by a Cincinnati restaurateur named Jeff Ruby. So he has lots of different restaurants in the area. He has restaurants. His restaurants go down to Louisville and kind of he's a regional restaurant guy. You'll see if you watch Kentucky Derby, you'll see different horses or different jockeys with the Jeff Ruby Steakhouse sponsored on their outfits and everything. So he's pretty well known. He's in a pretty good spot. He's good with all the any athletes that come through Cincinnati or any famous people that come through Cincinnati. He's going to make sure that he's going to get his photo op and get in with them and make sure he's in with the right crowd for sure. So, but overall, went there, valeted the car and everything. It was a good spot, low key. We didn't get a reservation in the dining area. We just wanted to kind of go to the bar area. That's really more our style anyway, versus the formal dining area. So, but we did that, and I think it was a good call doing that. We got there, great service, had drinks right away, had drink menus right away. They had our main server, Riley. She was good. She was on it. Caden's playing basketball upstairs. And then they always had someone coming through filling up your drinks if your water got low or whatever. So had that. As far as drinks that I had when I was there, I had a margarita called an El Jefe margarita. So it had like a jalapeno and infused tequila in it. So it gave us some kick. I didn't expect that at first. It was stronger than I thought it was going to be as far as the kick, but it was good overall as far as that. And then I had an American Mule. So it was just like a Moscow Mule, except they used Tito's vodka in it and everything like that. So that was pretty solid as well. Had a few drinks there. Appetizers, shrimp cocktail with tiger shrimp. Elena's not a shrimp cocktail fan, but I am. Haven't had it in years. So I went all out with it. Figure why not? Even though it was $8 per shrimp, it was good. So I don't regret that at all. And then for my main course, I had a 16-ounce ribeye with the garlic butter mashed potatoes and a Caesar salad. And then for dessert, because we went ahead and I had all the courses of the meal, Elena got a slice of carrot cake and I got a slice of cheesecake. So went all out. It was a chunk of change that we're normally not going to go out and spend, but this place is worth it. It was a good time. Everything was cooked well. Service was great. I have no complaints whatsoever about the place. Drinks were good. Drinks were strong. Drinks were solid. So it was a good time. Had fun. Good celebratory place to go. And I recommend it. There's multiple restaurants south Cincinnati. This is the Precinct on the East End, and can't go wrong. So it was a good time.
Wow. So Get Big 2022 starting off well. We actually had two good experiences this week.
That's right.
I don't have my fingers crossed this will continue, But big 2022 was a good week here. Good week.
Definitely a good week. Definitely a good week. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and get to our main topic of today. Because like I said before, I'm going to Disney at the end of the month, and Dane is going to give us the rundown of the best things for adults to do when they go to Disney. So Dane, when I'm there, because I'm not going to be at the parks every day with the kids, I'm going to have some time to chill out. So what's some good stuff for us to do? What can we do?
Okay. So the real Disney experience, I've been there several times. As you know, Jackie loves it. The prices range. Just we've spent as much as $10,000 for the trip,
right,
to roughly $5,000 depending on meal plans and where you're staying.
Now, have you done the cruise?
No, I haven't done the cruise. This is strictly the parks here. So I don't like cruises. I don't want to be stuck on a boat out nowhere. That's not good for me, especially after the COVID thing. You see what happened. All the people get trapped. Now, I don't even want to get into that. But which parks do you want to go to is one of the big things. So you're going to Hollywood,
Animal Kingdom, and Magic Kingdom. Those are the 3 parks we're going to.
Okay. So let's just start with the main one, the Magic Kingdom. And where are you staying at again?
I don't even know where we're staying. We're not staying in like one of the Disney resorts. I think we're staying like a Holiday Inn Express somewhere or something like that. That's close to the park.
Okay, that's smart. You should eat outside the park too. It'll be a lot easier on your wallet. Go to BW3s or something. Don't let them buy no snacks in there. It's crazy.
Okay, I remember that.
But so here's the deal: Magic Kingdom, and I want to give the disclaimer: there's no drinks in Magic Kingdom. I did not know this the first time I went there. Right? I don't know the fairy tales that well. I didn't grow up a Disney person. My dad raised me on Arnold and Stallone, so I didn't watch a whole lot of this stuff. I didn't see all this, Steven Seagal, all that kind of stuff. So, we got in there, right? And I'm like, man, where do you get drinking here? Riding rides and all that stuff.
Right.
They have a place called Galstone's Pub. I didn't know who Galstone was, but I know who it is now. He's something to do with the Beauty and the Beast, right?
Gaston.
Yeah, the dude on steroids up there in the front of So go up there. I'm all excited. I'm waiting in this big line like you do in all these places, depending on the time of the year.
Right.
I get up there. They give me some slushy drink, and I don't taste any vodka. I'm like, what the heck? This is Galstone special. Like, what's going on here? Oh, there's no alcohol in there. I said, I just paid $8 for this. There's no alcohol in it. No alcohol in it. I paid $8 for it. Wow. And I got a plastic souvenir cup with it. What am I going to do with that? But
can you get a flask in the park? That's the question.
It's been a little tricky. Now, I haven't been there since 2019, I think it was. I go for the Food and Wine Festival. That's where I highly recommend adults go, because that's when they got the party going on Epcot, which is my spot. I know you're not going there, but I got to go into a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so Magic Kingdom. So you have to go to the Haunted Mansion, right? Even if it isn't Halloween, the Haunted Mansion's a must. It's a classic. It's neat. Got to go in there.
Okay. Will my kids be scared?
No. This is Disney. This is Disney. So, no, they won't be scared, but it's really neat. And then it's just it's just historic, you know what I mean? Like, they'd probably spend a fortune to keep that thing running because it's been there forever. It's all old school, riding around in the cart, whatever. So that's must do. Space Mountain's a must do. Now, that's one of the ones we're talking about where it doesn't work too well with Get Big 2022. Because these carts are tight. And I don't know if you're going to get in that little cart, but I was able to squeeze into it. But Space Mountain's a pretty good roller coaster. It's a classic.
Yeah.
So I recommend that. But like I said, Disney is not friendly to Get Big 2022. For all of you out there trying to get big, eat this food, eat this prime rib. Now it is, but we'll get into that in a little bit here when you hit up Disney Springs. But that's the stuff to do there.
Okay.
And you're going to walk around. It's obnoxious. That's the one where all the kids are at. That's the one where it's not really for the adults other than the rides, other than adult kids. Like my girlfriend Jackie loves that kind of stuff. So, but like I'm telling you right now, one of the things you got to do, and here's a tip, they don't have the fast pass anymore. Right. They got this new thing that rips you off even more. So you pay to go in the place. Now you got to pay more than not waiting in a line. But whatever it is, and you have to get on, you have to select your ride at 7 a.m, craziness like that.
Mhm.
But I just think you have to pay the money because you don't want to spend your whole experience waiting in lines all day.
Right. And
Right.
I think we've actually have already done that or
Yeah.
whatever. Or so like, or and somewhere where we got it, and we'll make sure we get to the rides we're going to go to first and just go there so we can get in the front line and, you know, get that out of the way and everything. So I think we are doing whatever those passes are, the app for that and everything. I think we are doing that already. So
Yeah, and there's like fast food everywhere and stuff. Like we used to get the meal packets. Meal packets real expensive. We quit getting it here the last couple of times because we don't really use it, right? Like we go to dinner and stuff like that. But when you use the meal pass, you gotta get tied in the specified time. So I don't recommend the meal ticket actually, because they make you choose your times and you might be having fun, you might be doing something. Now you gotta make this meal time.
yeah.
You know, just wing it. You know what I mean? Like just go.
Plus,
the places are always there's always somewhere to eat, right?
and plus
So-
I'm going there with a 7-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So I mean, everything's unpredictable anyway, as far as that, you know. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out on the fly.
So there isn't really anywhere great, I don't think. Like I went to the Beauty and Beast bed and breakfast thing.
Yeah.
Food wise, like Magic Kingdom's not where it's at.
Yeah.
Contemporary Hotels right there. California Grill, high end, 5-star restaurant, I believe, 4-star, whatever it is, top.
Mhm.
Very good, very expensive, but very good. It's
Right.
at the very top. It's outdoors part of it. You can look over the thing, walk outside and look over the whole park. Pretty neat for fireworks time.
Right.
But yeah, so that's the thing. So now I want to get this ride I hate, and I have to get this off my chest. The mine ride at the Magic Kingdom was
Yeah.
the biggest ripoff, biggest disappointment in the history of rides.
All right. So why is that? What's so
I'm
wrong?
gonna tell you why it sucked. So it's hotter than hell. So the one thing you need to know about Disney right now, it doesn't matter what time of year you go, it is hot.
Right.
It's so hot you can see it. You think Kentucky's hot, you ain't seen nothing yet because this is hot. So it's in the middle of the state, Orlando. It's kind of down a little bit.
Right.
The coast and ocean on both sides is pretty far away. It is hot, hot. I would rather go when there's a hurricane because at least you can breathe. So just get that out of your mind right there. Kids are, you know what? The kids are all walking around. They're miserable. They're angry. They're tired. They're
Yep.
hot. It doesn't matter how many popsicles, how many lollipops, how many pictures you get with Mickey. It ain't going to make them feel any better. So just be prepared for that as well. Because I see them screaming the whole time.
I'll be
Bloody
pushing a double stroller the whole time.
Oh yeah, man. Make sure your kids are old enough to enjoy it and able to walk around. And even then they might not enjoy it because it's hot. So like I said, I go at the end of October. I like to hit up the Halloween stuff. I'll talk to you a little bit about that, but you know, you'll be able to do that. So it's really hot. So this mine ride, right? So I don't have a fast pass for it this one time. I get in the line, right? Like, okay, this is the new ride. Got to check it out. It's got to be good. Looks good from the outside, right? It's like a mine cart roller coaster, you know?
Mhm.
So it ended up being like a 3-hour debacle. They had a problem with the ride. I'm in line. I'm like an hour and a half in, but I'm so far up at this point, I don't want to get out because
Right.
and I didn't fast pass this ride because I have to make sure I get the Haunted Mansion. I have to make sure I get the, Splash Mountain's my favorite. And I always take
Right.
that one because it gets Jackie wet, hitting the water, wet the wrong way. She don't like it. And then I go to the other place,
Right.
and, the mine ride, right? I didn't get the fast pass because I had to get my go-to rides.
Sure.
So there's this kid in front, right? He's got his hand up his nose and stuff, and I'm sitting there leaning on the rail, and I'm just kind of watching because I got nothing else to do. Pulls it out. He's going to put on the rail, and I'm next to him. I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it, homeboy. And he looks at me and goes, whoop, wipe that booger right on that railing, dude. I'm like, oh, dude. I'm like,
Hey, kids are disgusting, man. Kids are disgusting. They do some foul stuff.
Yeah, he didn't like it. So, I mean, he didn't like me talking to him either. So I was like, oh, okay. You got to get your kids under control. The most important thing while you're here is get the wild ones under control. Just because it's Disney World doesn't mean you can act a fool. Just like we were talking about adults going to casino acting a fool because it's a casino. Just because it's Disney and you're a kid doesn't mean you can act a fool in there either.
Right.
And your responsibility as a parents to keep these monsters under control. And I understand that it is for the children, right? It is a children's show, right?
Great for me.
Yeah.
Great for me.
So definitely so, but yeah, so I get on this ride finally, and it's awful. It's like 3 little hills. It sucks. It was worthless. It was terrible. But here's the other, because it just was boring. You're flying, you're going around up and down hills, maybe this big.
Right.
And then you pass a scene with a couple mechanical gnomes hammering away on some fake crystal, and then you're done. I was like, I just waited 3 hours for that. 3
Mechanical
hours.
gnomes, you know what mechanical, the 7 dwarfs?
Yeah, that's what they were. 7 dwarfs. Yeah, they just ripped me off, man. Nasty little critters. Ripped me off. So I just couldn't believe I did that. So here's a tip for you too. Don't fast pass necessarily what your favorites are and what you want to do. Fast pass what is new, if that makes sense. Or use It's not fast pass anymore. I don't know what it's called now.
Yeah, but what's new? That's one of the longest lines, right?
Yeah, because you'll get in the Haunted Mansion, probably you'll get in, Space Mountain, but it's always what's new that you want to fast pass.
Okay.
So that's a tip for that. So that's the Magic Kingdom. It's big. That's where all the kids are. It's a bunch walking around. We're gonna pay $10 for a chicken tender. But the rides are pretty cool. It's not the #1 spot for me, obviously. But what do you got? Any more questions on Magic Kingdom?
I just gotta study up and see what's there. Like I said, my daughter, she's looking forward to seeing Minnie Mouse. She can't wait. She's excited. She keeps talking about it. So she's super excited about that. Caden, he'll probably want to go on some of the rides and everything. So, I mean, he'll have a good time where it'll be memorable. And Cohen's just gonna be along for it. He won't care. He'll just be like hang out and he'll want something to drink every once in a while. And hopefully he'll go to sleep part of the time too. So, yeah, no, I mean, I know that's gonna be for the kids, and I get that. So if there was anything adult wise to enjoy, cool. But if not, I understand. I know.
Yeah, the rides are pretty cool. And like you used to be able to get and they take pictures with Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, and all that stuff.
Right.
I don't know if they're doing that any longer because of the COVID. I don't know if they brought back the pictures with the characters, cast members, they call them.
Right.
So you'll have to check that out. But she'd love getting a picture with Minnie. Nothing like rubbing up on Minnie after a whole line of 100 people just did. So, go up there and get a picture with Minnie.
Right.
You know what I mean? And feel bad for the poor. You think you're hot? Imagine being in that costume.
Extra hot. I definitely know people that have worked at Disney previously.
Yeah. I mean, there's jobs in China that's probably better than working under that mask all day.
Probably true.
Orlando Heat.
Yeah. Especially in the summertime. You imagine that? Summertime doing that? No.
Man, it's bad. It's always hot. It's always hot.
You just think like doing that like in June and July.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's terrible. So, that's pretty much my breakdown of that spot. So what do you want to talk about next, man? What Hollywood, Animal Kingdom?
Either one. I mean, if you want to give the rundown on Epcot real quick, that's cool. I mean, that's for the people that are going down there. For adults, I know they have like the different countries and different restaurants and bars, stuff like that. You can give a rundown on that real quick before you give the rundown on everything else.
So Epcot's got a bunch of rides too. I highly recommend Epcot because it's where, if you're not in Disney Springs, it's where a lot of the food's at and stuff. And you got to go around the world. And this is where the adults play and the professional drinkers, if you still got it in you. So you start in one country and you go to the other country. So you can start in Canada and countries right now. I don't think this has changed, but it's Mexico, Norway, China, Germany, Italy, US, Japan, Morocco, France, United Kingdom, and Canada. All right. So you go around the world, the Food and Wine Festival. Each one has a special stand-up, a special beer. Some of it, like I want but I think there's like a South America or something. It's changed a little bit, but you go to this, well, actually every country then has a little stand, right? Those are the main ones. So you go to Brazil and you get the motor oil beer. It's like taking a can of motor oil, cracking it open and just drinking it. That's what it tastes like. But you got to go around, you got to drink one beer and one wine of everything. Try the food. If you can make it around, you are a professional. I've had people tell me they're going to talking stuff where they get down there. Oh, I'm going to go around the world twice. No, you're not. It ain't happening.
One beer and one wine in each place, huh? That's tough.
Yeah. So there's way more. Like there's a stand for Hawaii and all this stuff. And you go in, and I remember going to the Chinese restaurant one time, and I was just feeling it. And I was trying to order sake in a Chinese restaurant out of my mind. Hey, I'm telling you, you got to be ready to go. You got to be a professional to do around the world. So Mexico's cool. It's got a tequila bar in the temple, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So sneak in there to the tequila bar on the side. It's inside the temple. That's when I tell you to go to. I don't remember Norway. Every store's got a bunch of stuff in it. When you're drunk, you buy a bunch of dumb stuff. So I spent $75 in Germany on a bottle of pear brandy. And I thought I had to have it because there was a pear grown in the bottle. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was like, oh, it's going to taste like a pear. This is great. I'm going to break it open and eat the pear like an idiot, like it's an aftershock bottle or something. So I go, then I get it home finally, and I'm like, oh, it was awful. And I'm not a brandy drinker, but it didn't taste like no pear. It was awful. It was bad. It was like $74. But that's the dumb stuff that you'll buy when you're on around the world, getting your drink on. Next thing you know, you'll be walking around in Moroccan robes and a big old hat of some kind, and you get all this jewelry on you, and you're just drinking and eating. Hey, it's a good time. So U.S. is the only one that was kind of sucks. It's the only time the U.S. kind of sucks. I mean, they're selling lobster rolls as the American food, which is pretty good. But come on, man, it's the get big country. Where's the cheeseburgers?
Where's the burgers?
Cheeseburgers
And hot dogs.
Yeah, where's the cheeseburgers and pizza at? Yeah, lobster rolls. Come on, man, don't be lying to everybody. Everybody
burgers and steaks. That's American. Burgers and steaks. Come on.
Well, the steaks are in Canada. There's a steak restaurant in Canada I highly recommend.
Okay.
But yeah, so and then they have all the beers. You know, America has like the craft beers and all that stuff we like because we like to get big here. And then Italy's one of my favorites because I love the Italian food. Germany's got good beer. Japan, I have no idea what I was drinking. Morocco is the cool one to walk around in because I don't know what the hell's going on. And France was pretty good. I've ate there before. United Kingdom, I don't really remember it because by the time I get to the United Kingdom, I'm pretty much checked out. So I don't have much detail for you on the United Kingdom. And Canada, I know about the steak place. I know about the Molson Ice. That's about it.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha.
Yeah. So, so there are some rides. And this is what I'm going to tell you. Do not go around the world and then ride the rides. Ride the rides first, then go around the world.
Good to know.
I swear, hey, Mickey had to have done this on purpose. There is a ride, all right? It's called the Mars Lunar Landing, right?
Yeah.
You go in this thing, and I'm claustrophobic, right? And it traps you in there, and it's a Mars landing, and it actually spins like this and around and shakes. And I came out sweating like I was just in the gym. I almost had a meltdown in there. Horrible ride. Horrible. Do not go land on Mars. That ride sucks. Then there's one where you're like on this thing and you're like sitting down and it's virtual reality. So it makes it look like you're out in the space or something like that, or out, and it goes around the world. And the only thing that kind of sucks is it's the same thing every time. Like, change it up, dude. How much did I pay to come here? You really can't change the movie in this ride every year. Yeah. You know how much it costs to go to this place?
Apparently not.
No, man. So, and then it's the only thing I remember when I was a kid. The Little Nemo ride used to be 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and you'd be in there. And I remember as a kid, like, and the tentacles are all and it's banging on the thing and all that stuff. And now it's Nemo and it sucks. But go in and see the sea cows. One of them things called manatees. You go in there and feed them the grass and stuff. Yeah. That's really cool. Go see the manatees, the sea cows, man. They're awesome. And they are on the Get Big 2022 plan for years. So, yeah, they eat all day. So go see those. They have a great aquarium in Epcot. Epcot's fun. Epcot's where you go with your buddies, your girlfriend, whatever. I mean, you can bring the kids there because there's stuff for them to do, and there's more stores for you to spend your hard-earned money on stupid stuff.
Right.
But, you know, Epcot, that's my spot. So next time you go, you got to go to Epcot.
If we take an adult Disney trip, we might we'll go to Epcot for sure.
Have to go to Epcot, man.
But you might see us at the beach before we go to Disney again. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we're also going to Animal Kingdom and Hollywood.
I love Animal Kingdom, man. So Animal Kingdom, you got to take the kids on the safari, see
Okay.
all the animals. Now, in some ways, it's a little bit of a ripoff because they do have lions, but lions sleep 22 hours a day. So what you need to do, here's your tip for the kids and everybody out there. Go to Animal Kingdom. You got to get there at the start. You got to get in, and you got to get on the safari ride first because that's the only time them lazy cats are awake for you to see their big ass walking around up on the mountain. Because if you don't do it early in the morning, they're going to be chilling passed out on the rock and you barely can see them.
Right.
But everything else in there, you got some crocodiles. It's really neat. I always go to Africa because they have this outdoor tiki bar serving African margaritas, whatever the hell that is. And this beer with an elephant on it. It's good. I don't know what it is. I wish I had more details.
I'll try it out and try to take pictures.
Yeah, maybe the kids will like the Lion King show, but I don't do shows. So not in Disney anyway.
Right.
They have a ride called Everest. You have to ride it. It's really cool roller coaster. It goes up and then it looks like you're going to fly off the tracks at the top and
Right.
it stops and goes backwards. So ride that one early, ride that one before margaritas. I thought it was cool late at night. I was like, oh, I want to ride it at night after about 15 margaritas. And I was like, I get on it and I was like, whoa, different experience going backwards on a roller coaster after some margaritas. So
gotcha.
hey,
Good enough.
yeah. What else? And take the kids on this one. It's like the end of the it recreates the dinosaur extinction meteor thing.
Oh, okay.
I think the kids will like that because you get in these Humvees and you ride through it, and it's like indoors, and everybody's freaking out, and all the dinosaurs are running because the meteor's about to hit. That'd be pretty cool for the kids. I highly recommend that.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be good. So, what else we got in Animal Kingdom? Oh, I can't forget this. Now, the Avatar Land is in the Animal Kingdom. Gotta go to Avatar.
It's an Animal Kingdom. It's not in Hollywood.
Avatar is an Animal Kingdom.
Now, I heard that ride's the truth. I heard that's one of the best rides in the park.
It's neat, but it's another one of the virtual reality rides. I'm more into the traditional rides, roller coasters and stuff. Everybody wants to live in virtual reality. Nobody wants to live in the real world anymore. What the hell's going on? But that's another subject we already talked about. But it is really neat. It's definitely another one you want to watch your beverage consumption on because it feels like you're bouncing up and down. It's like 4 minutes, so you really get your money's worth, right? It's really neat. I was very uncomfortable. They actually literally had to kick my heels to squeeze me on it. So it was, yeah. If you are any taller than 6'3", I don't know if it's going to happen. You're probably not going to be able to do it. They have a little float ride going around. They got some mechanical avatar, but the Avatar world's really neat. Like, to go in there.
Okay.
Check that out. I am a huge Animal Kingdom fan. Animal Kingdom is great. Kids are still acting a fool, but everywhere they got animals to look at, I'm into that kind of thing. So, yeah, definitely cool. It's like a super zoo. So
nice. Well, I'll be good then.
And then what else we got here? What are we missing? Hollywood?
Hollywood, yeah.
I'm not a big Hollywood fan because it's not very large, right?
Okay.
They have a Toy Story section. You know, Toy Story roller coaster isn't nothing special. The Tower of Terror is a classic. You got to go on that. That thing is it's a very short ride, but it's pretty intense. The Aerosmith ride. I don't know. See, this is another thing about Disney. When was the last time Aerosmith was relevant? The 90s? Does anybody listen to Aerosmith? Did anybody listen to Aerosmith then? So how the hell did they get their own ride, roller coaster, in Disney? Like, what does it even have to do with Disney? Why do I have to listen to Steven Tyler when I'm riding a roller coaster?
Because the people that like him are now parents and grandparents now. Well, grandparents now. So
maybe that's for the parents, right? So, okay. So I'll give them a pass. So the ride's pretty cool. That's a good indoor roller coaster. Everything's indoor here. There's no outdoor roller coasters. It's kind of weird. So.
Gotcha. Okay. No, good to know. I said
Hollywood's good. Kids be acting a fool, but you know, that's what you deal with when you go to Disney.
That's true. That is true. Every time there's a Disney commercial on TV, Copeland's yelling at us like, I want to go there. I want to go there. So she knows it's happening. So she's excited for sure. I think Caden could really care less. If we go, that's great. If not, whatever. I think he's more excited for the fact that he's going to fly on a plane for the first time. So That's what
Oh,
he
yeah.
really cares about. Other than that, I think he's good either way as far as that. And like I said, and Cohen's too young to really care about anything. So
There is another ride I want you to stay away from. There is the Pirates of Caribbean ride. The kids might like that in Magic Kingdom. It's a Small World is the creepiest experience ever.
Not doing that.
That was creepy. They're all singing. I feel like they're going to come down like Chucky dolls and get you. It's creepy. Stay out of a Small World, man. Freak me out. Yeah. So real quick, this is a big thing. You photobomb haters out there, you suck. Why are you photobombing people when they're on vacation in Disney? Get out of my picture, right? We have the photographer take the one because there's photographers walking around all over. They'll take fancy pictures of you, and you get this wristband and it costs a couple $100 and you get all the pictures all the time, unlimited pictures, right? So dude comes in waving his hair back, looking all pretty. I want somebody prettier than me in my picture with my girlfriend. Get out of here, right? Come on, get out, man. Dude comes over looking like this. We'll have to post it on your website so you on the Instagram so you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I want to see so you gotta send that. Dane's Disney invention right here. Hey. Don't photobomb his pic. Don't be
don't photobomb, man. Don't photobomb. And then people are acting a fool on the rides, right? So they have these pictures that take pictures, when you're going down and all the different things and stuff like that. And people want to block everybody doing something stupid. So I'm on the Splash Mountain and we're riding and somebody's dabbing 2 years after it was relevant in front of it. And now it's in my picture, this idiot dabbing in front of me with his arm in my face. I should have broken his arm off. Like, what are you doing? Right? And then you're on the one roller coaster, put your hands down.
It's a roller coaster. Hey, hands up on a roller coaster. I'm a fan. I'm on board with it. Hey, why are you trying to hold on?
Don't do it where the picture is, though.
That's
for
true.
The picture.
Yeah, for the picture. Respect the people behind you on the picture. Let them get their shot too. I agree.
Yeah, and be careful. Some of the pictures are sneaky, like the Aerosmith ride. I think they take it as soon as you jet out. So you're sitting still and it goes boom, like so that. It takes the picture.
That's your surprise face, huh?
Yeah, sneaky. So these photobomb mofos, get them out of here. Quit bombing people's photos. I don't like that. We'll get the picture up on Instagram. These crazy prices too. There's stores everywhere wanting $50 for a stuffed animal, $50 for a hat. Outrageous.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm sure
you won't believe the stuff you buy when you're drinking them African margaritas and playing. I bought some carved out coconut monkey head or something. I mean, you'll buy dumb stuff drinking this stuff.
I'm sure I'll have to buy some kind of stuffed animal down there for these kids. So I'll try to keep all that to a minimum.
Keep them out of the stores. There's stores everywhere. So you pay a ton to get in here just to spend more money when you get in, right? So you have to figure out, but you have to get the, whatever it's called now for chiming the rides. Make sure you get that. And then I don't know what else you're doing, but I highly recommend Disney Springs. That's like an adult place. You can get there's a bus that goes to it if you're from the resorts. If not, it's kind of a little ways away. It's not like, they're all kind of spread out, right? So Disney Springs is a bunch of restaurants and shops and bars and all that stuff. Is the adult place to hang out. Definitely. You don't pay to get in. It's open for everybody. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not something you pay for. Go to the Irish Bar, Raglan Road. Good food, great entertainment. Love that place.
And we might do that when because Elena's mom's going out. Then maybe we won't have the kids one time and we'll be able to go and hang out there or something like that.
And the best part about Disney Springs, you're not paying admission fee, right? Go to the Paddlefish or the Boathouse for some good fish, oysters, all that stuff. Boathouse has good steak too. I've made it all these places several times. Go to the Edison. It's like a 1920s type place. And get the prime rib because it's Get Big 2022. That is phenomenal. Get the big prime rib. They got a bunch of stores you can go to and all that stuff. The one store that's not there anymore that's really neat I wanted to bring up real quick is the trophy room. It was set up like the trophy room in Jordan's house. And it was all Jordan gear, right? That store was awesome. And it was exclusive Jordan gear, like trophy room stuff. Like I got a hat where it's only trophy room edition can only be got at the trophy room store.
Gotcha.
For some reason they closed it. It's only online now, but the trophy room store was cool. So, but go to Disney Springs party. It's open obviously later too, like 11 o'clock, whatever.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll check that out. And I have my list on here of like different bars and lounges to go to. So I know you said the Edison, the Raglan Road, Irish Pub. Those are both on the list. So I'll definitely check those out and see what's good there for sure.
Yep. And then real quick, we wanted to talk about two things outside, right?
Yeah.
So Discovery Cove, it's right there close by. Awesome experience. Take the kids. I think it was like without the dolphin ride, it's way cheaper. But with the dolphin ride, that was what was expensive. It's a couple $100, but it's all you can drink for the day, right?
Okay.
And you actually get to go swimming with all the sea life. So they have a warm water thing,
Right.
and then they have one that's like ocean water. And I'll tell you what, they have it set up. This is so funny. I'm snorkeling. I'm like a fish, dude. I'm like swimming around with everything and all that stuff. I turn the corner, a big ass shark coming at me. Real shark, dude. I went up, going up to the top, freaking out. What the? Here they have a glass, see-through glass thing to fool you when you come around the bend. So there's sharks in there with you, but there's a glass
separated.
thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it's all you can drink.
You probably can't tell that underwater though, right?
You can't. You couldn't tell underwater. And then, and one just happened to be swimming right at me. Dude. It's crazy. And then there's another section where you go around. You can like look down this river, right, all around. And Jackie was so excited because it advertised on the thing. You get to swim with otters. Well, they lie to you. The otters are behind a cage and they're sleeping. They ain't even hanging out with you. So Jackie's like, I thought we were going to swim with the otters. You don't get to swim with no otters. There was like 2 of them sleeping behind a cage, and then the rest of them were hidden somewhere. So we didn't get to swim with no otters. So that was kind of a, what do you call that? Not truthful, yeah, on what was going on. And then, so the dolphin ride. This is another problem when you're in the get big mode, right? I told you about this where everybody got to ride the dolphin but me. They saved me for last. I go swimming out there and I thought, here, they had to get a supersized dolphin to carry me. A supersized dolphin. They got a 660-pound super 42-year-old dolphin in retirement to come out of the cage and drag my big ass through the water. So I'm floating out there like this. And then the thing just comes up like Jaws, dude. The fin comes up. This thing's massive. I'm like, screaming out there. I'm out there. The water's black, dude, black. And I'm floating out there and I'm like waiting. And they're like, wait, it'll be there in a minute. You know what I mean? I'm like floating. Then just pop. Look like a dinosaur. Like freaking out. I grab the fin, hold on to it. And then all it does is it carries my big ass through the water all the way back to shore. And that was a good $200, but it took a good picture with me. So 42-year-old, 660-pound dolphin. It was their last dolphin that actually was born in the wild. So it was really neat. So I recommend that. And then we could do a whole nother episode on Universal. But if you want to do Disney and Universal, go to Halloween, do the Universal Halloween thing because it's awesome. All their movies have their own setup. Go do that. It's awesome. And get the fast pass for that, because if you don't get the fast pass, you're gonna get through like 3 of the 12. If you pay the extra money for the fast pass, you'll go through all of them. So
gotcha.
Real quick, the moral of the story is if you're already going to spend thousands of dollars, you might as well spend another couple $100 to skip the line. You are an idiot if you spend thousands of dollars to go down there and you don't get the fast pass. That's my
no, definitely
Disney Universal experience.
No, definitely getting the fast pass. That's 100% on the list of things to get. Like I agree with 100%. You're gonna pay that much money to get down there. Might as well get the fast pass. It's only a couple extra $100. Why not? It's all good.
Yeah, and go to Moe's and get yourself a Duff beer. Gotta do that.
I'll do that. I'll honor Homer Simpson for that. So we'll be good.
Yeah, you gotta do that. Gotta go to Duff. Go get a Duff at Moe's.
All right. No, thank you, Dane. I know you're a Disney adult vacationer professional, so we appreciate that. Elena, I appreciate that, and her sister's going too. So we'll know what to look for when we're down there. And like I said, the kids they're gonna have a good time regardless, as far as all that. So we're looking forward to doing that, trying to get away and hang out for a bit. So
yeah, and don't be fooled by all them pictures we put on Instagram. I'm hot, I'm miserable, I'm drunk, with the smile, I'm fooling everybody, just like the mouth right here. Jackie's gonna have pictures.
I remember that. Yeah, I can't promise to be fooling everybody. It's gonna be hot. I expect it to be hot. and I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So that is what it is.
Hopefully, have fun. I'll be looking forward to your experiences on the next one here.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be dialed. The heat will be dialed down just a little bit, just a little. You know what I mean? Sunny and 73. I'm cool with that.
Man, you think Cincinnati's hot? You ain't seen nothing yet. Well, you've been to Florida, but I'm
always on like.
You're on the coast,
right?
If you're in Florida. Yeah, if you're in Florida on the coast, you get the breeze and everything. It's still hot and stuff.
This is real Florida, right?
Yeah, this is real Florida, real Floridians, traffic. It's like you're not even in Florida, only it's hotter than hell. So, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Now we're done talking about Disney. We appreciate all that. So some crazy things have happened in the NFL in the last week or so. Your boy, my boy, Tom Brady is coming back out of retirement. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but he's come back for his 23rd season.
23rd.
45 years old. Said he couldn't hang him up. Didn't want to hang out just to fam and kick it. He saw the itch for football. Didn't come out and win a Super Bowl. That's the question. Can he do it?
You know what? I think he was looking and seeing all the quarterbacks went to the AFC, and he's probably thinking, I only got to beat Aaron Rodgers and somebody from the AFC, and I can win a Super Bowl.
Hey, he has beat Matthew Stafford, defending champ.
Yeah, and Brady knows deep down that Stafford. That's he played on a super team. I don't want to hear about that. I think Brady thinks he came back because he thinks he can win it. That puts the Bucs back. You know, they still have enough time to adjust, right, to get the same players back and stuff like that. I heard Goodwin isn't talking to him. I don't know. I mean, is it risky? Yeah, at his age. I mean, injury is a factor for anybody, right?
True.
I mean, for him, his family. I mean, think about it. You know how it is when you play. When you're playing a big name player and you're playing an all conference player and you're playing against a guy who's in the papers every day, what's the first thing you want to do on defense? You want to take that dude's head off the second you get a chance to do it.
Yeah, you want to make him feel it for sure.
Yeah. So, I love it, man. I love it. I think he's good for the game. What do you think?
No, I think it's good for the game. I mean, if he was playing like Ben Roethlisberger was playing this year and like his age caught up to him and everything, and I'd be like, nah, he needs to stay retired. But he was like, top 3 in the NFL as far as like passing and everything. Like,
no, he led all the major categories.
Yeah, I thought that, but I didn't want to say it for sure. But I mean, he was MVP candidate for sure as far as that for the year and everything. So if he can keep playing at that level, I mean, he at least has Mike Evans coming back at receiver. Obviously, Antonio Brown's not going to be there. You know what's going to happen with Godwin. Godwin probably deserves to get paid, though. But might be a little bit different, but he might have his running game back with Fournette. Their defense starting to age a little bit. They got hit with the injury bug last year a little bit. But, I mean, he's still shined the whole time, and I think he can still play. And he has it upstairs. He's smart. There's not an NFL defense he hasn't seen. So upstairs-wise, he's going to get the ball out quick and know where to go with the ball, and that he's not going to get fooled too many times. He's seen it all. So, yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing. I'll be interested to see what happens. I know for him it's Super Bowl or bust, at this point. So,
yeah, I'm tired of betting against him at this point. I mean, if the Tampa didn't have the injuries they did this year, they probably could have repeated.
Yeah.
I just think I think it's great for the game. I'm glad he's back. It's just crazy what he's doing. Like what him and LeBron's doing, and we're going to talk about LeBron in a minute. It's just incredible. It's just incredible.
Yeah. No, it's crazy impressive. Like we're talking about LeBron. I mean, we can. Well, we're not going to LeBron yet, but yeah, it's crazy that someone that age. I couldn't I'm turning 40 this year. I couldn't imagine thinking about playing any kind of football, let alone NFL football, at that high level at all.
17 regular season games now.
Craziness. But he's made sacrifices for his body and his regiment that's together and what he eats and everything. Like he's made the sacrifices and it shows he can still play. Think about like how many passes he's thrown. Like think about like his shoulder. Like no one's going to talk about that. Like what kind of care does he take for his shoulder for him to still be able to throw? He throws a good deep ball still.
He told us, man, it's TB12 avocado smoothies, man. Everybody should be drinking them.
Yeah, I guess, people with the best arm at that age, him and Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan, the bionic arm. Yep.
Right. So, but no, I'm excited for it. I'm ready to see what happens. So, all right, we're going to keep moving. Well, we're at 50 minutes right now. Just heads up. So we're keeping ourselves on account, so we don't go longer like we did last week. But hey, Aaron Rodgers, he put the Green Bay Packers in the chokehold. Said, "Hey, pay me or else I'm gonna go somewhere and leave. And then if you don't pay me, Devontae Adams, he's leaving too. So, I mean, what can he do as far as that? I mean, he forced his way into whatever they decided before the season started. He played pretty well during the regular season. I mean, he was the MVP, right? But playoffs, he still fell short. That's tough. Like, I don't mind like him losing the playoff game, that happens, but like it was because the offense wasn't scoring at all in Green Bay, which is like the ultimate home field advantage. You're playing a team from California and you're playing in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, which is supposed to be the ultimate home field advantage, and they couldn't score. And that to me that's crazy to me that they couldn't figure out a way to get down the field. When especially the first drive, they marched right down the field and scored.
Well,
so
yeah, I think
but he still got paid. I mean, he's a better option to me than Jordan Love. I don't know why they drafted Jordan Love. I don't see the potential. I don't believe in him. And
they drafted Jordan Love because I didn't see the potential in Jordan Love. I understand why they drafted a quarterback. I don't understand why they drafted him. There's a difference.
Yeah,
because Rodgers says dumb stuff. He wouldn't commit. He's a choker. I mean, I hate to say it, but let's face it. The best quarterbacks win Super Bowls. Brady should have been the MVP. He led all the categories. His team was entirely hurt, and he led his team to almost one of the greatest playoff comebacks again against the Rams. I mean, a couple dudes step up. He does it again. Like that, you've seen that first half of football. The Rams were kicking their, all over and then just turned around. So, I mean, Rodgers, $50 million if you're Green Bay, I think you got to do it if he committed to you for 4 years. But who's to say he committed for 4 years? He might demand a trade at $50 million. Now he's got the contract. He can demand to be traded still. I don't.
Will's guaranteed like $35 million or something like that.
Yeah. Now I said he would end up with Tennessee, and it actually came out that was one of the final people he was talking to. I thought he was going to Titans, but I'm done with Aaron Rodgers. I'm tired of this McAfee show garbage of spitting propaganda out there. I
like Pat McAfee though. I like Pat McAfee. Come on, man.
I know he's making a living off Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he should. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I like that actually too. But like Aaron Rodgers spreading his propaganda every Tuesday, I can't take it.
All right, we'll move away from Rodgers. And Russell Wilson got traded from the Seattle Seahawks to the Denver Broncos. What do you think about that? To me personally, I think that automatically makes the Denver Super Bowl contenders because they had the defense, they had the skill position players, they had the running backs, and their offensive line solid, but the quarterback play was always average at best, if that. Teddy Bridgewater, he is what he is, not spectacular, nothing crazy. He wasn't going to turn the ball over. He was going to get you 15 for 22 or 17 for 22 for like 185, 210 yards, a touchdown, maybe 2, and that's it, and no interceptions. Drew Lock, he turns the ball over. He has potential, but I don't see it from him. I don't think he's going to ever get out of that turnover mode, and I don't think he can throw enough touchdown passes to offset those turnovers like a Brett Favre did. So I don't know.
Wilson,
I think it's good for them to bring Wilson there. It's good for Wilson to get out of Seattle because he always had to run for his life in Seattle.
You are what your record are. I mean, I don't think Denver. I think Denver's a little overrated with the talent they're talking about, or they've won more games. I know it's quarterback-driven league. Well, if it's quarterback-driven league, then Seattle should have won more games. I mean, he's throwing to DK Metcalf. He's got people. He can't get him the ball.
Have you seen his offensive line? He got no time.
Russell Wilson hasn't been out of the first round. When's the last time he's been out of the first round? This is a guy who was on a rookie contract that won 2 Super Bowls with a super team, the Legion of Boom, superstar running back, awesome offensive line. I think he's a little overrated. I think he puts up some good stats, choking it around in games that don't mean anything. Call me a hater. But I think this is going to blow up. I think Denver will be one of the most disappointing teams in the league this year. They will be this year's Browns.
I think that he is going to do well. I think he'll do better than last year. I think they go to the playoffs. I think they're solid, and I think they're contenders. And I think that his offensive line in Seattle was so bad that there's nothing to do about it. Even though he has 2 great receivers in Lockett and DK Metcalf, what could he do? He's always running for his life, always. And he still making plays. But
we disagree on this one, so we'll see how it rolls.
Yeah, I definitely don't think Wilson's overrated. I'm interested to see what he does with the decent offensive line. That's all I want to see. All right.
Real quick, we got some Browns news. Amari Cooper to the Browns. Your thoughts?
Definitely upgrading receiver. They need like a number one talent. They did not have a number one receiver. I mean, they had Odell Beckham Jr., but he was hurt, and I don't know if he just didn't vibe with Baker Mayfield or whatever that may have been. I just don't know. I just don't think they have a good relationship on the field as far as like just the connection there. So we'll see what happens there. Like he definitely has number one receiver talent. I can't remember how old he is. So he should have at least 3 years. He's in his prime. So he should have at least 3 years.
He's 28.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
28.
At least 3 years to come out there and knock it out of the park.
Well, he's $20 million a year for the next 3 years.
Right. So I mean, things the pressure on him, he's gonna be that dude. I've always said he's always like to me kind of boom bust, where it's like he does really well. He'll have like a 10 catch, 180-yard game with 2 touchdowns, and then the next 2 or 3 games he'll have like 2 catches in each game for like 30 yards. And being a number one receiver, you just can't do that, you know. So that's what that worries me about them. But they have the running game to kind of protect that. So he just has to be able to make the big plays when he gets the opportunity, because everything's going to revolve around Chubb and Hunt in the backfield.
Real quick for me, the Browns are desperate. He's a massive upgrade from what they got. Can't pay Landry $15 million because he can't play anymore. Is Cooper worth $20 million? I don't think so. He's 6'1". He's a good route runner. He's got decent hands. I don't think he's the type of guy who deserves $20 million a year. No. I wanted Mike Williams from the Chargers. I don't care about his stats. The dude's huge. He's fast. He's 6'5". He's going to beat you if he's motivated. Now he's paid. I think the Chargers are going to get big things from him.
He's not a number one either. He's a number 2. Maybe like a 1.5 at best. He can't get cover. He won't get open.
I want some size. I'm tired of little guys. We need the big receivers. Every team's got them. Brady throws those guys down there in Tampa. I mean, come on. Like, you need the big tight ends. I know they franchise Joku. He's one of them guys you can't give up on because he looks like He-Man, but
he does. He has potential, but like he's never really realized it. Like,
yeah, he's one of them guys. Just because you look like you can play doesn't mean, you know. But
I feel like the Bengals, they had a guy in Uzama who like they made into. I think he's a solid player, and I think he's outplayed what his ceiling was, or he's maximizing what his talent was, or whatever. And then Joku just has not done that at all for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So.
All right, then real quick, we got to bring it up because the Browns are in the mix, possibly. Deshaun Watson to the Browns. Your take on that?
I don't hate Baker Mayfield, but I definitely think Deshaun Watson will be an upgrade from Baker Mayfield at quarterback, just because size, arm strength, mobility, like he has all of that on.
He don't have arm strength, actually. That's why he fell in the draft, is because he has a weak arm. Not a weak arm, but not a weak arm.
But like, I mean, it's not like Baker Mayfield's throwing it like out there like Aaron Rodgers either, though.
Well, he was 2 years ago. He wasn't this year because he was hurt. I'm not a Watson fan. We've talked about this. Right. I think he's jacked up all his yards playing from behind on a terrible team. The most overrated stat ever is you lead the league in passing, because usually guys that play on bad teams throwing the ball over trying to catch up are up there too. Don't like it. 22 lawsuits. I know he's not criminally charged, but there's a serious problem here. We're not talking about like one incident here.
There's 22. There's gonna be civil lawsuits out there, and he could still get suspended by the league. So I mean, that's something to really think about too.
Yeah, I personally don't even think he's that good. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's it.
I don't want him. I'll be on record right now as I don't want him. If he comes to Cleveland, wins us a Super Bowl, great. But I'm telling you right now, I don't think it'll work.
Yeah. No, hey, I understand 100% as far as that. 100%, like, I don't know. You see, that's a lot of potential bad press coming your way.
And it's just so bad all the way around. I know fans, mostly care about this one's bad though. This is bad. This isn't a good one.
I haven't seen the specifics. I think they've kept it. They kept it. They haven't disclosed the specifics of the situations.
And don't you think the quarterbacks are unfairly, maybe not unfairly because they're paid the most, held to a different standard than every other player? I mean, naturally. Like,
yeah, I think
you're supposed to be the leader of the team.
Yeah,
right?
You're supposed to be leader. You're gonna be the face of the team. You're gonna be the face of the program. And the media, they're gonna come up there and talk to you because you're the guy supposed to lead the program. You're the guy that's leading the team out there, and you're supposed to set the example overall. Like Tom Brady, you haven't heard anything bad about Tom Brady. You see he's a leader and everything, and in the media he does great, and he's the example, right? Be like him out there, stay out of trouble, do your thing, go from there. So
it paid off for the Steelers not giving up on Roethlisberger, but there was he almost got traded because the Rooney's don't put up with that. Yeah. You don't want your quarterback being a problem.
Now, but the thing that helped them though is the fact that they're the Steelers. They're a great run organization. They've been that for years. They're, they have the respect factor out there. I'm not saying the Browns don't, but the Rooneys have, they've done well with the Steelers for years, decades. And I think
I know they just are a classic case of proving that it's all about winning. That Rooney's always like to take the moral high ground, and all their amendments to the NFL for hiring and all that stuff got their name in it and everything. But at the end of the day, they kept Roethlisberger after all the stuff he was doing. So
yeah, that's true. No, hey,
winning's all that matters.
I agree with you. The winning helps cure all those things that that people do in their backgrounds. If you come out, do your job well, and you win, people tend to forget about that. So
yeah, and I think everybody should have a second chance. I just don't necessarily want it on my team, but we'll see what happens.
Right. All right. We're gonna keep moving because we're over an hour mark now, so we gotta get cracking. LeBron. Hey, is he the first player to have 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists?
He is. That's why he's the king.
It's impressive. I'm not mad about it. It's good stuff. He's one of the best of all time. Some people call him the greatest of all time, better than Michael Jordan. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's different eras, but he is up there. He's got to be up there.
We could spend a whole podcast debating that, but that's incredible statistics.
Yep.
He's going to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to be the greatest scorer of all time.
Yep.
And he's a hometown Akron guy. It's crazy, man. Crazy. I would say real quick, one of the greatest achievements of him is how hard he works like Brady. The difference between him and Brady is LeBron is maybe the greatest elite athlete of all time physically.
Well, yeah,
high speed, but the way he takes care of his body, a dude that big and plays. The only time he's ever hurt is when he plays hurt, so get people fired. That's the only time he's ever hurt. His durability is probably the most impressive thing.
He spends over $1 million a year on his body.
And it shows.
Yeah, it does. 100%.
Kevin Durant made the comment one time, that's fine. He can do all that. I'll just stay out here shooting these balls. Well, guess what? You're never playing because you're always hurt, right? Maybe you should call up LeBron and see what he's doing for his body.
He's been doing it for years. Plus, he won the genetic lottery in general, so that helps. The fact he did that, plus keeping his body as in good a shape he is now. That's why he's doing what he's doing at 37 years old. Can't beat that.
Bring the king back. Bring the king back.
I will say that there's a documentary coming up. I think it's on ESPN talking about the school from Cincinnati, Roger Bacon, that beat LeBron and St. Vincent St. Mary's in the state championship basketball game his junior year.
Oh, yeah, his junior year, yeah.
So that's something that's coming on ESPN. I think it's already out there. So if you have the ESPN Plus, check it out.
Yeah, I think they packed the zone on him and beat him up.
Yep. All right, hey, rapid fire, Disney edition, Dane.
All right, we're going to make it quick, man. What do you want to eat when you're down there?
I don't even know.
Go through it.
I mean, usually if I'm down there in Florida, I want to have some kind of seafood, but I'm not by the coast. So I don't know how I feel about that.
All right, Boathouse. Go get you some Boathouse Disney Springs.
Boathouse? Okay.
If you're not going to be in Disney Springs, then there'll be there's a seafood. Well, you're not gonna be in Epcot. You'll find something. There's all kinds of food to eat in Animal Kingdom.
No, I'll check out the Irish place you're talking about.
That's in Disney Springs. That place is off the hook. What ride you want to ride now? You've heard all this.
Now I've heard everything. I still want to try that. I heard from someone else the Avatar ride's pretty good, so I'm gonna check that out, see what that's all about. But other than that, like I'm pretty open to everything.
Avatar's good. It made me a little queasy, but it's good.
I'm trying to talk Lane and go on the Tower of Terror because I don't mind heights and I don't mind rides that drop. I just want to see if she can handle it.
Yeah, the Tower of Terror. Tell her it's quick. What do you think your kids are looking most forward to?
Copeland's looking forward to Minnie Mouse for sure. Caden's looking forward just to the flight, like I said earlier. Once we get down there, I mean, I'm sure if we go on some rides and stuff, he'll be excited and everything. But I think he's more excited to be riding, flying in a plane for the first time. And Cohen's just there for the ride, so he doesn't care. But yeah, Copeland's definitely look forward to Minnie Mouse. She'll be the one that wants to get everything from the stores. She'll want all the stuffed animals. She'll want to get the hats. She'll want to get the sunglasses. She'll want to get all the pictures with Minnie and everything. So that'll be interesting to see how she handles it. I think she's most excited for it.
Yeah, man, bring that plastic down there because that's what everybody takes now. You swipe, swipe, swipe.
I know.
Get your Google Pay out. Put that phone up there. Get that stuffed animal. All right. What park you looking forward to?
I guess Animal Kingdom, as far as that. I mean, like, I think the kids will have the most fun at Magic Kingdom. I think they will enjoy Animal Kingdom. I don't know about Hollywood or whatever. Like I say, you said it seems small. Everything's indoors and everything.
There's new stuff, though, real quick on Hollywood. I know we're rapid fire, but I forgot to mention the Star Wars stuff there. When I was there last, it was built, and you could walk through it, but it didn't have the rides yet, like Rise of Resistance and stuff.
Right.
You got to pay an extra $30 in the morning and be like 7 a.m. And the new Star Wars resort is like $3,500 a night. It's just insanity.
Really?
But you'll have a different experience in Hollywood. Plus, they have the new Mickey Mini ride that Copeland will love.
Right.
So yeah, Hollywood will be a little better this time for you.
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to everything. Like I said, I think the kids have most fun in Magic Kingdom. I think Animal Kingdom should be pretty cool. So
yeah, they'll love Animal Kingdom. And what overall are you looking to achieve on this trip?
I guess some sort of relaxation at some point in time when I'm not, walking 20, 30,000 steps a day. Yeah, some sort of relaxation, hang out poolside with the beverage.
Yeah, the walking is insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's walking. Real quick, the yacht club pool, beach house. I always stay at the yacht club now. Yacht club has a giant pirate ship slide. I go down with the kids. I don't care. Get out of the way. I'll run you over. I paid for this. Get out of the way, you little 3-year-old.
Hey.
I paid for this. You didn't pay for it. Your parents probably did. Yeah, but yeah, definitely got to do that.
All right. But yeah, no, that's what I look forward to Disney, man. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been there since I was like 10 years old, 9 years old. So it'll be interesting going down there again 30 years later.
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right. What we got? Get real. Dane.
Got it real quick. Disney CEO was telling everybody on the street.com and all this stuff yesterday. Bob Chapek, that's right, I'm calling him out, said he's going to raise the prices a lot on everything. Big price increase coming was his exact words. He just got record bonus. He just got record shares. He's making double what he was making in 2020. He's raking it in, and he's raking it out of your pockets. So if you have Disney stock like Jackie does, and they had that vote, you go on and vote and get this guy out of office because he's gouging you, and he's going to gouge you some more. He isn't sharing that money with anybody. He's taking it all for himself. So Bob Chapek, get real. Quit ripping everybody off.
He is not for the people. He is not for the people. He doesn't care about inflation. Doesn't care about the pandemic. He's like, hey, pandemic happens. He's like, I lost money. I'm making it back.
He's the Roger Goodell, the Manfred of the Disney complex, right? Trying to rip everybody off.
He doesn't care either.
He don't
He's
care.
gonna get his. Him and Uncle Sam, they're getting theirs regardless.
Yeah, he's getting it.
Hey, you know who's still smiling? Your boy Mickey behind you.
Yeah, he's
getting paid.
He's been getting paid for a long time.
Right. All right. We're going to mess with your money with Rell today. I'm starting out with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, he's doing a good thing. He's out there. He signed a contract extension for an additional year, $35 million. Kind of restructured his contract, but interesting part is he's been like an average quarterback. His record in his career is 59, 59, and 2. So he's done nothing special. He hasn't won a Super Bowl or anything like that. He does have the dead arm dance when he scores touchdowns. I do appreciate that. But over the course of his career, he's made $231,669,486. Hey, that's banking. Any quarterback, he's played on a lot of franchise tag deals. He's proved his worth. Been like 3 straight franchise tag deals for the Washington football team. Went to Minnesota, got paid. He's got the extension now. I'm not mad at him for getting his money. He's not messing with his money. He's banking. He's stacking cash. I'll give him props. So that's all you can say, because it's not because his quarterback play on the field as far as that. Like I say, he's average at best to me, but
He's done the ultimate job of being average. No one wants to give him a long-term contract, so they franchise him, and they made him super rich for being average.
Yep. Hey, that's what happens when you don't get hurt during your franchise tags. You can get paid off that. You believe in yourself. Yeah, I'll do it. I won't get hurt. I'll be good. You can do what he does. He went somewhere, got a contract. Now he's probably going to get that extension. Next one up, they're probably going to franchise tag him, go from there.
Yep.
So, all right. Now, who's messing with money in a bad way? Will Wade, former head coach of the LSU Tigers, finally got fired after a wiretap scandal where basically he was talking about playing their players. It was under investigation. It was in a documentary. It was in the movie. It's his voice on the phone talking to whoever it was about how much money they're going to pay a player to come to their school, what kind of car they're going to get the guy and everything like that. It's crazy. It's been an investigation for 3 years. This is the second time since 2019 that he has not been able to coach his team in the NCAA tournament because he was under investigation. So I think it was a long time coming. I think LSU is just waiting for more facts to come out about it. You know, they kind of look a little bit bad because they didn't do it right away, but he's gone now. And I mean, he'll get a job in the future. It's just how it works. But, you know, it's tough going from an SEC job. He's going to have to climb his way back up. So, hey, mess with his money there. So, and lastly, mess their money, Jerry Jones. He has a potential love child that comes to the surface. He had a relationship with someone back in, allegedly back in 1996. She had a child. He paid her basically hush money, put money into 2 different trusts, and said basically, if you sign this agreement and not say anything about it, the money is yours that's in this trust, and I'll keep funding the trust. If you say something, he won't. So ultimately, the daughter came out, and she is suing him. I don't know what she's suing him for. I don't know if she wants to just be able to talk about it. She wants to say that she's his daughter. She wants him to acknowledge her. Don't know what it is. Haven't really got to from the articles. But either way, he's messed with money. Paid the lady hush money before. If that's the case, he's doing the whole no comment thing, which makes you think this really did happen. He's also saying, hey, through the lawyers, we signed a contract, we signed an agreement. She had to honor that agreement by not talking about it. She signed the papers. That's on her. I don't know what the daughter can do with the situation, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. So,
you ever wonder why they call it a love child? Because it's not really love. It's a 1 minute man quickie thing, right?
Yeah. Hey.
Why is it called a love child?
Don't know. I haven't figured that out. I didn't name it. I'll name it something else, but that's not my job.
That needs investigated. Be a new term.
So, all right. Hey, we're going through the show, this Disney edition. Dane, appreciate the heads up. Appreciate the rundown before we go to Disney. We're excited for it, but, you know, got to get all these kids on the flight and everything. So it's going to be a little stressful for sure. Hope everything goes smoothly. But once we get down there, hopefully it's going to be fun. It's going to be hot. But I figure I go to someone who's been to Disney multiple times in the past few years to give me the rundown, to give me the layout, the lay of the land, where to go. Obviously, he has Disney gear on. He's got his Disney
Billy shirt from Finding Nemo, my favorite.
He's got Mickey in the background. And
that's Epcot, that poster.
Oh, got the poster out. See, hey,
it's not a poster. It's actually a painting. It's actually a real picture.
Oh, see, that's one of the things he bought from the store that he probably shouldn't have, but he did. So I don't know how much he paid. I'm not going to ask you, but I'm sure it was more than $50. So
awful.
On that note, and we're posting things on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter. See, on Twitter, you find me at franchise1122. Find Dane at DeMayo. Let's see, on Instagram, you can find us at Always Relevant, and on Facebook, same thing, at Always Relevant. Always LWIS. Rell is in quotes in an event, EVENT. Find us out there. We're gonna be talking it up. Ask us any questions you want. We'll answer if you want. Follow us. We post some more stuff we're doing out there on the regular. You saw Dane and his trip to the Sixers game last week. Saw my son's birthday party coming up. We're gonna show you when we go to Disney, and we'll show you pictures when we went out to eat. It's gonna be good. Dane, got anything else to add for us?
I was seeing Kevin Hart yesterday. If you haven't seen that, get on that, get your ticket. That was fun, right? Kevin Hart, go see a tour, go get a ticket. It was funny, man. It was worth it. And I just got one thing. Go Zips. Don't want them golden flashes. UCLA is going down.
Hey, you hear him. Hey, Michigan made the tournament, NCAA tournament's happening. Hey, if you get out for St. Patty's Day, get out. You should be off this whole week, but if you're not, get out St. Patty's Day, take the next day off to recover. Remember that. Have fun. We'll see you soon. Later.